girl. Hey.
Hey.
Hey. Oh,
Oh,
girl.
the computer over here just said, "Are you playing music?" I was like, "Yes,
Yes,
we
we are,
are,
girl. We
honey.
are. We are. We make our
We're
own kind of
professional
music. We
musicians,
make our
honey."
own kind of music.
Like Mama Cass.
Like Mama Cass. Like Mama Cass. Girl, dear listeners, I need to apologize to you for last week. As I did in fact get the Rona yet again.
Girl.
I you know what? So girl, I don't know if I told you, I was lying in bed like this and I
Subtle.
subtle. So what I did was dear listeners, I'm fat. And if you with the F and a PH, so I'm the both. But dear listeners, if you have a reason for the season. No, if you have a morbidity, God, that's such a horrible term. Comorbidity with COVID, you can get something called Paxlovid, which is from Pfizer, and it's a antiviral drug.
I
So,
heard you can pick up comorbidity at Costco here.
girl, you can get a whole case of it. Anyway, for $3.99. Anyway, so I was lying in bed like this. I'd already done the Walgreens pay $40 and get my prescription to for Paxlovid, and I was lying there.
Mhm.
And my husband had gone to get it and brought it back. So it was sitting in a little box beside me, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna take this. You have to take it within the first 3 to 5 days. Like otherwise it just won't work. So I was like, I don't think I'm gonna take it. I think I'm gonna let COVID work its course and I'll be fine. Then I had this cough and it had the rattle, and I got my ass up and walked right on into the bathroom and took the first dose.
You better be glad I wasn't around when you said some mess like that, because I would have smacked you right upside the head and said, get up, get up."
And just like every good gay person, I knew that antivirals are supposed to be taken at the exact same time every day.
Like a good gay
Well,
person.
girl, we've had we had to deal with PrEP for years.
No, no, I'm aware of that. I'm just saying, our dear listeners are happy that you enlightened them just now with
Yes,
that extra
yes,
little
yes,
bit. Like, why are we giggling as
yes.
we were? Because
As
they're
we
like,
were.
I don't get it,
But yeah, girl, I was negative in 4 days.
honey. But you're negative every day, girl. Every day. That's a double negative.
I do not appreciate you very much right now.
Everybody don't like a mirror, honey. Everybody
It
don't like a
just
mirror.
like Barbara Streisand, it has two faces. The only scene of that movie that's good is when Laura Bacall comes out in that red dress. It is not a dear listeners, if you've never sat
Not a
through
good
that
movie. Not,
very long movie.
not a good movie.
Very long. It's so long, man. It's a but you know what movie I just watched? I told you about this. I just watched Fall Guy.
Yes.
It was so good.
It's on Peacock, right?
It's on Peacock, yes. It
Okay.
it was so good. Dear listeners, it's not I don't think they did a good service of, like, promoting the film. I
They
think
hardly promoted it at all.
yeah, I think they sort of made it seem like an action movie, but it's more of an insider movie that shows you how they do the stunts, and they do the stunts right in front of you, and you're still amazed. Like, it's so good.
I mean, there was like the problem was is that they were trying to more build on the star power because they were the same two people that were in Barbie and Oppenheimer, and it was even stranger because I thought for nostalgic reasons
Mhm.
they would have at least kind of leaned more heavily on the fact that it was like a movie adaptation of like a beloved TV series that people in their 50s and 60s used to love that show. So it was just very strange to
What
me.
show?
There was a TV show called The Fall Guy.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's related, dear.
It's not related to the TV show?
No. No, hold on. What was the TV show about?
I thought that was like a direct thing. The Fall Guy. Loosely based on the 1980s TV series.
Girl, then why'd you say the 40s and 50s?
I said people in their 50s and
Oh.
60s. That's what I said. I mean, like, think about
Oh,
when, like,
oh,
the
oh,
Starsky
oh,
and Hutch movie came out. People were like, "Oh,
oh.
cool." Like, that was a big part of the marketing.
So, very loosely based. So they were calling stunt people fall guys is what they where that came from. So it's
Right.
sort of the action, like the sequences are loosely based on that, but I would say that they were.
I'm just saying for marketing purposes, they really should have probably tried to at least
Oh,
drum it up a little bit.
oh no, it was real good though. Like I was entertained the entire way
And
through.
that's a lot because 'cause you're not entertained by a lot.
And it was a 2 hour and 6 minute movie.
Well, that's not your speed at all.
No, it is not. Like that is about 20 minutes too long for a movie for me.
Mhm.
But highly suggest watching it. Highly suggest watching it.
I mean, I'll watch anything with Gosling in it, so
I've only found him attractive. This makes second time.
it's not his attraction, I just like him. I like him as an actor. Like, there's very few movies that I've ever seen of him that I didn't really like.
Mm. So
Like,
I
he's
see.
okay. Like, to me, I don't even think he's like super. I think he's okay looking, but like, I do think he's a good actor.
So what I told one of my coworkers about this because we were chit chatting. Long story while we were chit chatting at 11 o'clock at night. Um, but over text, girl, over text. But he sent me an image of Brad Pitt in Fight. He's like, this is a great movie. It was like Brad Pitt in Fight Club, and I was like, I love Burn After Reading, which I do. That's a great
That is a
movie.
good
That is.
movie.
I've never seen Fight Club.
Ever? I will tell you, it's awesome.
Okay.
And not awesome for the reason people think is awesome. It's awesome because it's a very wicked David Lynch movie, and Helena Bottom Carter is in it.
Okay. Like I
Or
love Helena Bonham Carter. I like David Lynch movies. I guess.
you like trippy movies? It's a very trippy
What
movie.
David Lynch? Okay, I need more David Lynch movies.
Or David Fincher, one of those two. Fincher, not Lynch. Fincher. I get
Yeah,
the two of them
that's what's
mixed
like.
up.
I think I know
No, it's Fincher.
David Fincher movies. Let's see here. Fight Club. Um, girl, Benjamin Button,
I
The
didn't hate that
Zodiac,
movie.
Alien 3. Girl, yeah,
That was
yeah.
his very Alien 3 was his very first film.
Okay, so you got 7, Zodiac, the remake of The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
That did really well at the on Rotten Tomatoes. It got like 90%.
You can't trust Rotten Tomatoes anymore.
Not even the critic side.
No, no, no. They've screwed around with their
Don't
algorithm
tell my
completely.
husband that. Lord, that's his be all end all.
Well, girl, tell him to find a critic that he agrees with. None of them from NPR because they just love everything. And go with that critic. Like, what's his doodle from NPR? Every single time I hear him, like, yeah, you just love every movie.
What's it? David being Cooley
Yeah, David B. Cooley, you got it in one.
loves everything.
I don't remember what movie it was, but he was gushing over it. He's like, but at times I was rather bored, and I was like, oh my god, a criticism about a movie.
And it's the most mild criticism
Uh
ever. I was rather bored sometimes.
huh. Girl, speaking of criticisms, did you know we have Patreon? Dear
What?
listeners, if you go to patreon.com, Mims and Maim, you can throw some Auntie Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have another podcast?
No.
That's right. We have You Slay Me, our Murder She Wrote podcast, and dear listeners, and, and being resurrected soon, we have
Uh,
We Object and Over the Moon. And if you're a patron,
Patreon.
whatever, if you're a patron, you can
Oh,
get, I know, girl.
come on, be a patrol, honey. Yes, be
Yes.
a patron, honey.
Ooh. You can get early access with us in video. Dear listeners, our first one will be out next week.
So they can see me drinking my tea live, honey.
In vivo. Hey girl. Did you know
Yes.
that we have merch? That's right. If you go to bibsandmame.com, you can buy something. Hey, Mame, do you know what I love?
I love a good 5-star
I
review.
do, girl. I do. You want to see if we've got somebody written one to us
I
right
mean,
now?
my fortune ball tells me something, but
I'm pressing the button. We ain't.
Dear listeners, the day we do go out and buy a
Oh
lottery ticket,
God. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Hold on. I need to know which I didn't write down what I need to know.
I say that a lot to people.
This is season 6, episode 2, The Big Desk, part 2.
I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. I'm Julia Sugarbakers. And that's Marjorie. Just so you will know, and your children will someday know, is the night the lights went out in Georgia. The lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out, the lights went out. And that is the night the lights went out in Georgia.
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
Duh, girl, duh.
You gonna make it?
Well, it's only 3 pages long, so ain't that much to make, is there?
It's a very cut and dry episode.
You say that about everything.
Well, this one is a very cut and dry episode.
So, girl, we start off with doing a flashback, but we don't know it's a flashback because it's not till the second scene that it says last time on designing women at the bottom of it. Linda,
It's 5 minutes long, by the way.
Linda, I'm gonna need you to get your shit together. It is 5 minutes long, girl. Which makes me believe that this was supposed to be a 1-episode starter.
I think so too.
And then CBS was like, no. And they probably cut another trash episode later on. Yeah.
I was really like, because when it started at first, I just thought it was gonna be like a funny little part with the stripper, like ha, 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 right? But then it just kept going, and I'm like, whoa, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's a long recap. I don't think I've ever seen a recap that long on a TV show, especially a 23-minute sitcom.
Yes, not on a 23-minute sitcom, but like if it's like a Star Trek or something that's like an hour long. Previously on Star Trek, before they do the
right, because there's like alien races, and you got to keep track of the Klingons or the Kryptons or the everything else ons. Like it's not the same as this. It's the same five folks plus Allison
and Carlene. Look, I like Carlene better than I like Allison.
It's not the Carlene part. I'm already thinking about when she keeps calling Charlene Darlene, and no one corrects her in this episode, not one time, which I thought was very odd. Which goes back to what you said earlier, which that doesn't make sense that on a second episode of the show, she's calling her by the wrong name like she did on the first episode, and still no one's correcting her. Yeah.
Well, girl, I have something. I have something very important to tell you.
Oh no!
The only boy who could ever reach me was the son of a stripper man.
Oh.
So we have a stripper man, and we're seeing the whole strip now. They decide to show the whole strip, and he pulls off his pants. He does have some nice big balls.
I didn't even pay attention to that part.
You didn't, of course. Girl, that is the one thing you look at to see if they're all that juice or not.
I mean, I didn't even I don't know. I was just wrapped up in 80s, 90s nostalgia about the old Chippendale world and the Geraldo Rivera episodes and how excited I used to get.
Girl, mine was always the Ricky Lake show with the fireman.
Oh, the fireman calendar episodes. Yes. Oh my God. I forgot all about them. Oh, They wore me out. Is that why we have a thing for that now? Because it was like impressionable years and all of that.
What do you mean we have a thing for what?
No, like firemen are like like. I mean, there's lots of different kinds of men in uniform kinds of thing, but firemen have, as an adult, still are like a yes. But the like, I wonder if that was.
Not for me.
Oh well, for me.
I know, girl. I know. You're just so small and meek. You want somebody to pick you up and rescue you.
I want somebody to flip me over their shoulder and smack me on the ass and knee before carrying me down the stairs and then back up the pole.
Girl, hey, girl, I saw who you married, and that is not going to happen anytime soon.
I'm well aware of that. Thank you.
Oh, my gluten! He drops you on the ground.
I like that you presume that he can pick me up. That's nice.
Oh, God. Well, that's right. He would have to do more than walk for 2 minutes. Now I'm sorry.
Let me have my penthouse fantasy.
Girl, what color is this? What color
this is a lip gloss. This is lip gloss.
It's popping. Girl, I don't know if you saw my message, but Trixie Cosmetics eye stuff is back. You better buy some.
I'm going to. I'm going to this week
because mine already came in the mail, and it's fantastic.
I bought myself a treat this week, so I have to wait.
It's $30.
I know, but I spent a lot.
You made a lot.
I know, but I spent. I finally got myself a proper scooter for getting back and forth to the bar.
Okay, I hear you. You made a lot.
Okay.
It's $60 for 2, with 2 brushes.
How much do you have to spend for free shipping?
70.
70?
70.
Why is hers so high?
Girl, why
even Juvia's place is like 50.
Girl, why are you gonna complain? Just buy it and shut up.
Let me complain, please.
No.
Fine. Okay.
So it's a little bit later on, and Allison and Mary Jo were talking. They're chit-chatting back and forth. And Allison approaches Mary Jo about why she didn't finish some sort of like list for her. Mm-hmm. And Mary Jo's like, I had to do some gum things for my dog, and then I just got cable.
Just got cable. You live in Atlanta.
Yep.
You're not in the sticks.
And she was amazed by nude stock car racing. Girl, do you remember when you got cable?
Yes.
I do too.
Ours was in like the mid 80s.
Same for me.
Yeah. Because my dad loved TV. So like even though we weren't the richest people in the world, that dude was not going to go without all that. I just remember
when we went to like Channel 26 and Nickelodeon.
The thing I remember about cable in the late 80s is that it was always on the Discovery Channel because my dad couldn't stop watching Discovery Channel.
Mine was TLC when that came out. Oh my God. Some of those late night TLC shows.
Beyond 2000.
Oh, girl, I like the space ones that like Candace Bergen was voicing. Oh, I ate them up.
What a good time that was.
Then, so like, not too long ago, I guess a decade now, which, actually, no, it was longer than that. 13 years ago, probably.
In the grand scheme of things, not that long ago.
There was something on Discovery Channel, I think it was, or TLC, one of those. What would happen if we got everything wrong with climate change? And like the worst case scenario, and it was this woman who like New York floods. There's disease that happens. We get it fixed, but then it comes back worse. She's luckily immune. Then there's just these little colonies of humans everywhere. Like it's because she was a doctor previously, she's now an herbalist. I'm like, great. Great. Yeah.
Welcome to the future.
Mm-hmm.
Now everybody's an herbalist.
Weed is legal down there for y'all now, isn't it?
Not yet.
I thought it
Still,
was.
it's on.
Oh,
It's the amendments on the ballot this year. The medical stuff is, but not like recreational. And if you saw some of the campaign ads, honey, Lord have mercy. They got some former officer named something Hightower. He's like standing outside in the car saying, "I fought the war on drugs for 24 years, and we're losing. So vote yes on Amendment 3."
is voting yes legalizing it or illegalizing it?
Yes,
Okay.
it's legalizing it. They even have one tailored to senior citizens that's like talking about how much money it will give to schools, and it's a grandmother talking about it. They're amazing.
So are you voting on it?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
sure. I mean, it's not really in my thing. The couple of times I've had it, I'm like, this is not what I think is supposed to happen. So I might not be the person for this. But yeah, I mean, why not?
Does it
It's
help your
stupid.
husband?
He's had some gummies that he likes.
Okay.
Yeah, he
Okay.
has. I don't. Well, he doesn't like smoke. Remember, he has that smoke thing anyway, so he doesn't. He would never do smoky stuff. So,
What's his
but yeah,
smoke thing?
he's like has like a allergic reaction to smoke.
Okay.
Like all smoke, he stops up immediately.
Airborne gluten. Dear listeners, I want you to understand that I understand that there's, celiac disease and those that have severe gluten allergies. I just I assume that those people actually go to their gastroenterologist and discuss having gluten allergies rather than diagnosing themselves. Anyway, we are Yes, Maim, are you there? Are you there, Maim? Are you
Yes,
there?
I'm here.
Okay,
I'm here.
good. Because so are Carlene and Charlene.
Carlene and Charlene.
And we find out that Charlene has a big old button with her family on it,
Mm-hmm.
and she's gonna wear that to meet the queen. And Allison just being very rude to her, like just plain out rude to Charlene.
She's worse in the second half than
Yeah.
the first half by far.
Yeah, and they keep on calling her Darlene.
I'm telling you right now, if I had been Charlene and you kept messing my name up,
Mm-hmm.
you'd do it one last time, and then we'd have to have some words with Fist Henny because
Call
no,
me Darlene one more again.
one more time, one more, you will be on the floor.
So Anthony's here, and Allison kicked him out again.
Okay.
And Anthony references the great movie War of the Roses, where they destroy the house one piece at a time. It's a great movie. It's one of my favorite movies. I watched that at a way too young age.
Me too. Honey, we were both exposed to a lot of media
Yeah.
we should not have watched.
I know.
Not titties or nothing, y'all, but like just movies that were
That
just
would
way.
maybe we would end up differently, if you know what I mean.
You shouldn't have hit our eyes, you guys. That's what happens. You made us think titties were bad, and now we think they're bad worse.
Oh God, no! Nobody loves a titty more than a gay man.
It's true. It's
true.
true. I knew that last night when I was smacking everybody in the face with them.
So I take it you wore your breastplate last night?
No, I did. Well, yes, I did, but that was for the second number. I brought back out the old my full nude onesie that I made for that onesie Winterland thing. I was like, you know what? This is perfect for tonight. And I did Taylor Date's Naked Without You. Girl,
Oh my God.
it was everything 20-year-old me ever wanted to do in one night.
Girl, I'm a little bit amazed that you actually did some lip syncing. That is not your deal.
Like I said, this is all. It was for a really. I thought it was for a really good cause. So I was
What
like,
cause was it?
Lentera Foundation. They do mental health services for at-risk people.
Okay, there you go, dear listeners. Look at them up, and if you feel like they're a good cause, throw them some money, or
Yeah.
don't,
Or no.
or don't. Like, it's up to you. I don't know why. Like, are you okay, Maim?
I'm fine. I still have glue stuck in my eyelash. That's all.
Did you even shower?
Yes, I've showered. Yes, I always shower right after
Did
the
you
show.
use the Albolene to get the stuff off your
I
face?
did actually, but it doesn't do good for glue.
Girl, you just have to rub it harder,
I mean, I rubbed it pretty
or
hard.
not use wig glue to put on your eyelashes.
But I didn't use wig glue. I used eyelash glue. What kind of ratchet drag queen do you think I am?
Girl, they ain't ratchet.
Don't
drag
answer that
queens.
question. Don't answer it. Don't answer it.
Well, Julia's here, and she just tells off Allison right away.
That was the best.
Yeah.
That was one of the most clever moments the show has had in a long time.
And Rusty shows up, and Mary Jo's like, after everything Allison's been doing, she Rusty's Allison by bending him over right in front of her desk.
Slightly sexist.
Slightly sexist, whatever. So Carlene then walks over to everybody and starts talking about a hard copy episode that she watched with the man who made his wife wear a bikini and something.
No. You see, you're missing the beauty of that story. It was men that kidnapped a woman from a bar, made her wear a bikini, and served their friends drinks while they had a game night. It was a wild story. I know it's not real, but I was like, this is insanity right here. But then it made me reminisce and like get all nostalgic for how ridiculous hard copy used
was.
to be.
Yeah. I never really watched any of those.
I watch hard copy every night.
So
every night.
We were a sometimes we watch 48 Hours. That's really it. Like
we were that family that did the hard copy Inside Edition back to back.
Oh, Inside Edition.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was. Wait, what came on after Entertainment Tonight? Wasn't that Inside Edition with Deborah Norville? Yeah, we were in Entertainment Tonight, Inside Edition family.
Yeah, because hard copy came on a different network. So.
Oh, okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, we were really. Just telling you, we with Miss Mama Maim, honey, she did that Miss hard copy.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Got to what you got to, girl. Speaking of old stuff, I saw a clip or passed on my feed the other day for. You remember the show Rolanda, the talk show Rolanda?
Wasn't it Yolanda?
No, this was Rolanda.
I sure
not Yolanda. Yes, honey, yes, this
okay.
Rolanda. She was like Ricky Lakes' competitor. It came up the other day. I was like, I found out all about Rolanda.
Why did I always thought it was Yolanda?
I mean, because that's the one that makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
I mean, some things just sound more normal than other things.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No. Rolanda Watts.
Yep.
1994, 1997. She went to Spelman.
Of course she did.
Her occupations are actress, television host, radio host, and producer.
There you go, honey.
Her website is Rolanda.com.
Well, what's it? The other one, the Mark Wahlberg. He's the host on the Antiques Roadshow now, which is so strange.
Girl, she's the announcer for Sheri.
I thought that voice sounded familiar. Because Sheri was on in the doctor's office the other day when I was there, and I was like, I kept thinking, like, why does that voice sound so familiar to me? Lord.
Mm-hmm.
She's still in the business. I love that.
Girl, I wonder if she's ever been on one of the Wrong movies. Have you watched one yet? Have you watched it yet? Have you watched the last?
Now that things have settled.
They haven't settled, girl. You've got a lot to do. You've got more to do.
But I got weeks to get ready for that stuff, so nothing's going to be, I mean, weeks. I have weeks. I have like 6 weeks before the next black market.
No, girl, I'm talking about your every other week thing you get ready to do.
But that's not until October. I'm not wearing nothing special for that.
Okay.
I'm be throwing on some bodycon dresses, honey. It's gonna be hot.
Okay. What exactly are you doing for this?
I don't know. Just hosting and being stupid. I think
Okay.
I do already. I think
Okay.
I just it doesn't require any effort from me.
Fair. So it's a
Just
little
a
bit later
couple of
on.
drinks.
It's a little bit later on. And
Mhm.
Allison's making fun of Carlene even more and calls her stupid, just flat out stupid. And Carlene said she knows she's not stupid because she was tested a lot in elementary school.
Yes.
hmm
Yes. Ah, this episode.
And then Charlene tells off Allison. And Allison goes to her desk and Julia calls Allison
So
and
good.
basically tells her to stop being an asshole or she's going to kill her.
Yes, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Well, quit. Or quit or
Yeah.
stop being an asshole.
Quit, or yes. So Allison gets off the phone, starts crying, and said, I quit. You could just buy me out for a profit that we'll talk about later, but I quit. I quit. I quit. I quit. I quit. I quit. You know what I said right here? Praise Jesus, Linda. You have a chance to take this show into a good area.
But no.
But no. How great would that have been if it was just like a quick little thing, then they bring someone back? Like,
I
oh,
would have liked that.
we found insert black actress right here that could do
One
it.
thing that was interesting, I will say, because I didn't pick it up on the first episode of this one.
Mm-hmm.
I never realized that Suzanne had the controlling interest in the business. She just didn't care that she had the controlling interest in the business. Like, I thought that her and Julie were like equal partners. So I thought that part was really unusual because I just never picked up on that in all the seasons we watched.
I think it's at one point farther back. There's a point that Suzanne just basically writes a check to them. I seem to remember that there's a point where they're like at the very beginning that they're having money issues and Suzanne just writes them a check.
Maybe that's what it is. I just never. I think it's just because it never came up as a plot point. I was just like, oh, because even on the last episode, at first I was kind of like, oh, she's just being bossy, but then when she mentioned it again on this, I was like, oh wait, she really is like. And when Julia came back from the lawyer, that's when I was like, oh wait, this is a real thing. She really is like the owner, technically, the controlling owner.
Who knows? Maybe who knows, girl? Who knows?
I know. You know, I get caught up in these stupid sidebar.
I know. I know.
Don't agree so rapidly.
It doesn't matter.
Just agree so quickly when I say things like that.
And so Allison says she just won't get given what's her due, like her due in life. And they all like say maybe if you just weren't so obnoxious. Allison says a story that she was seeing a guy who went to space camp until he got too old for space camp. Then he wanted to keep going, so he sued space camp. We find out that she's been lying to her aunt and uncle about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And that what she actually did in New York was very undignified. And Carlene's like, you were a hooker? No, she was a seeing eye lady for a rich woman who was allergic to dogs. They say, well, you can still go to Marla and Donald's wedding. And she's like, Marla just goes to my gym. I don't know her. And they all say, give me a second chance. She says, give me a second chance. Forgive me. And they all say, no.
I mean, I would have as well.
Yeah. So then they decide, they take a little sidebar. All of them except for Carlene, who's there with Allison, they're deciding if she can stay or not. Anthony joins because he's got an interest in the business as well. She's sobbing over there, like she's crying up a storm. And Mary Jo and Anthony are like, she needs to go. Julia and Charlene's first, and Julia are like, she deserves a second chance because she's white. Can you think of another reason? Like, I don't know. Kick her out. She's rich. What, like, it
But
doesn't.
she's not rich. Her father's rich.
He is not going to let his precious baby girl do anything. Like, we know how
But
this
she said
works.
something about like this was like the last whatever, like the last straw or something
And,
like that. I don't know.
and
I'm not for her staying. I'm just saying, like,
Anthony goes over. He's like, I could tell her that we kicked her out. I could tell her. And he's like, you are on probation. So Mary Jo sends her outside to figure out what this probation means. She calls Rusty over, and they make her desk small. Like, they keep her throne big, but the desk has been knocked down. So Charlene, they call her back in. She sits down and says, what do you think? And Charlene says what the quote that she was going to tell the queen, my heart is full. And then Allison picks up a water gun and chases them out.
so short.
Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Did you find yourself a Miss Georgia Wild?
Can I just say, in hindsight, we should have just turned this into one episode.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, girl.
Like,
You're right.
like Linda should have.
Girl, I didn't watch second one until just today. Otherwise, I would have.
No, I had the same problem. So I'm like, just like Linda, we should have turned this into just one episode, girl.
Girl, sometimes you will cut shit out in a weird ass way. You could have just done it with this episode too.
Yeah. So I'm torn. So
Okay,
I
Natalie
want you to
Bruglia, throw it at me.
I want you to go first this time because I'm torn between two people. So I want to hear what you think.
It was very easy. It was Julia in the lavender dress.
Okay. I like that dress, but I really loved Charlene's yellow stripy color block thing.
Okay. See,
but I was like, but I couldn't tell because I was like, is it just because it appeals to like, the kinds of things I like?
See, my problem with every dress they put Charlene in,
okay,
is that it never fits. It never fits right. This one didn't fit right. They don't tell them fit because they put her, because she's so tall, they just put her in a rectangle every single time.
I think that must be, that's the thing that I think that was bothering me, but I couldn't put my words to it. I was like, I loved it, but I was like, but I can't figure out why I don't like, it doesn't seem right though, but I love the dress itself.
And I mean, that was very Lane Bryant at the time. Put a large woman in a big box. Don't belt it because, you'll give them a figure and that will scare
God
people.
Forbid. Don't do that.
Because Jean Smart's like body is banging. Like it is.
She does have a beautiful body. I mean, you can tell she still has a beautiful body.
Yeah, exactly. So.
So I will give it to Julia.
Like the lavender's a good color on her.
Yeah.
Maim, got a very important question for you.
Sure.
Did you enjoy this episode?
No.
Me either. It was, all the critiques of the previous episodes still stand, and it was worse.
It was
nothing. Like it was.
I do not understand, if you're trying to get us to feel a certain way about a character, you just went about it in the absolute worst possible way. Unless you have just amnesia after this first episode and you forget all of the awful things Allison just said and did.
Yep.
She said some terrible things.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, it's just like, I know I usually give Julia Duffy the benefit of the doubt, but even for her, she should have read some of these lines. Like, I think this might be too far.
Yep. Agreed. Absolutely.
But they're like, we'll pay you double. She's like, I'll say it.
God.
Whatever you need, whatever terrible thing you need me to say, I'll do it. It's fine.
Well, Maim, why don't you tell our dear listeners where they can find you?
Sure, dear listeners. You can find me all over South Florida, technically. Hosting karaoke on Mondays and Thursday nights. Mondays at the Gathering and Thursdays at Killy Rydell, both in Miami Beach. Hosting Black Market, doing various things. You can find all that details out at I'mYourAuntieMaim.com and my socials. How about you, Mims?
Hey, y'all, I'm the Divine Miss Mims. You can find me online at thedivinemissmims.com. Hey, Maim.
Jace.
Did you know that we have a Patreon?
No.
That's right. If you go to patreon.com, Mims, thank you for some money. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have another podcast?
What?
That's right. It's called You Slay Me. It's a Murder She Wrote podcast. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have merchandise?
No.
MrMahaffey.com and buy something. Hey, Maim.
Yeah.
Do you know what I love? Do you know what I
You
love?
love a 5-star review, even
That's
though
right, Maim. Even though
we're holding
I know.
out.
I
We're
know.
holding out.
Dear listeners, if you are enjoying this mess we're doing, write us a 5-star review. I'm trying to get this to go for another 24 seconds, so we'll at least hit 40 minutes for this episode.
I mean, I can easily do that.
No, Maim, let's not put this out too much longer. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know our dear listeners can reach out to us?
Yes.
That's right. They can send us an email, mimsamaim@gmail.com. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Do you have anything else to add?
Everyone, please go watch the Hot Wings or Hot Things episode with Patti LuPone where she has to eat a death wing or give Madonna her apologies for insulting her about the movie Evita. Please go watch that.
Say goodnight, Maim.
Good night, babe.
Bye, y'all.